I just don't feel like I'm nailing anything right now, and I hate that. That's probably our most expensive electricity bill I think we've ever had. Good morning my loves, and welcome back to another vlog. Happy Wednesday. We have just woken up from a nap, had a little feed. Do we like our outfit today? Don't I look so cute in my little farm shirt? Yeah, you're obsessed with yourself. You can see himself on the viewfinder. He's like, who is that baby? Who is that baby? Yeah, if you're new here, hi, my name's Ella. I'm 29, soon to be 30, which is terrifying. Actually, I say that. I'm excited to turn 30. Nick's been 30 for a while now, like a few months, and I'm ready to join him. I feel like your 30s just, it sounds chic. I feel like 29 sounds old. You're at the end of your 20s, 30 sounds young again, and I'm ready to be young, wild, and free. And we're gonna be in Canada for my 30th birthday, which is crazy. I was there for my 21st. Yeah, mummy was in Canada for her 21st birthday, living there. This is well before you. And then we're gonna be back for my 30th. How special. Yeah, if you are new here, I do a lot of lifestyle content, vlogs, and a lot of budgeting and personal finance videos because I love chatting about money. And this is my son Charlie, very chatty Cathy, 5.5-month-old. Not sure what we're gonna get up to today. It is currently raining. It was like stunning weather. Sun was seeping in moments ago, and now it's absolutely bucketing down. So I feel like it's gonna be one of those days. I do need to tidy that back table, story of my life. I also have like 1,000,001 boxes I need to take out to the recycling. Our cleaners are coming today, so I'm gonna do a pre-clean it clean. I've got some washing going. I've stripped the bed. Like we've done some things. We managed some things while he was down for his first nap. But I mean, there's work to be done. This might win the record for the most random grocery haul ever, but Charlie and I popped out to the shops. We try and avoid doing too many midweek shops and try and stick to a weekly food shop, but we needed to get more tortillas. And naturally, we picked up a bunch of other stuff. This is why we try and avoid it. We got some Coco Bella chocolate flavor coconut water, my fave. It was on special, half price. Said tortillas that we went for. Really been into my slow cooked meats and like making a little at-home burrito. We got some poppadoms. Soup, this is like a really good lunch option, was also on special. Oh my gosh, you guys, these Balfour's sprinkle donuts have been my hyper fixation. Pretty much my whole third trimester, I was obsessed with these and I can't stop, even though I'm 5 months postpartum. My little Coles treat. Also got some oats, and then chocolate was on special as well. This is how I know inflation is real, by the price of chocolate. I remember a Cadbury's chocolate block was like a humble $5 full price, and you would get it like half price. And now it's $5 half price. Almost $10 for a chocolate. And as a chocoholic, that is just simply not okay, is it? We had a nap in the pram on our walk. The cleaners have just been, oh, I love when they come. The house just feels so fresh and cleansed. It also inspires me to do a pre-clean and clean, although I didn't do the best job today. We have like washing going. I find that this is the hardest part of the day, is like between 3 and 6 when Nick comes home. I find myself watching the clock, just like counting down the hours, because this is usually when he's at his fussiest. No offense, bro. No offense, but it's true. He's kind of just sick of me, sick of seeing my schnoz. We're sick of each other. We just want daddy. We want daddy. We want daddy. We want daddy. We want daddy. Okay, I'm gonna go feed him.
Do we get a bath started?
Yeah, if you want. 1, 2. Bless you. I've been bringing out the suitcase quite so soon after our Sydney trip, but we are off on a little staycation. I really think this is the last time I'll be bringing this out before we go to Europe, but I have said that before, and then last minute things. That's the thing about this industry, like everything is kind of last minute, which keeps things fun and interesting. Yeah, I got invited to the Oaks in Glenelg, which is really not far from us. I'm working with them over on my Instagram, which will be really fun. We're gonna be there for the next couple of nights. It's apartment style, which is really nice, especially with a baby. And I know where the Oaks is like super central to Glenelg, so we can just like walk everywhere. It's kind of fun being a tourist in your own city, like doing a little staycation like this. So I'm excited. I find this content so easy to make as well because it's fun. It kind of just like speaks for itself. Oh, am I gonna be able to fit everything in here? Yeah. Surely. Me and Charlie are sharing a carry-on. I think I'll put him in this when we leave. This blanket. But he's just down for a nap. His first nap in his cot for the day. We've been out and about all morning. We went to mother's group. Always so lovely seeing the ladies. I've said this before, but I feel like I lucked out so much with a good mother's group. I feel like it's one of those things I've heard. You either get really lucky or you get really unlucky, and I got lucky. Oh, I think we're waking up. Yes. That was a good 45 minutes. Not bad. Yes, I do still track his sleep and all our feeds in Huckleberry. I don't know when I'm going to stop. I just find it so interesting. Like, I'm such a data person. And, oh, didn't come out quite as well in the wash as I hoped. Yeah, I'm such like a data driven person, and I love finding, and this is impossible with a baby, but I love finding or trying to find correlation between like things that we've done, whether that's like the amount of sleep he's gotten through the day or how many feeds he's had, and seeing if that helps him sleep better at night. But I think I've just come to realize like you can do all these things and like they're either gonna sleep or they're not gonna sleep. He luckily has always been a good sleeper. I don't know, I just find it interesting, and I've done it for so long, like since we brought him home, tracking everything on here. I don't track his like wheeze or poos or anything like that, just feeding and sleeping, but it's just like kind of all I know. Like, where do I stop? I'll be like 18 years old and I'll be like, darling, let me start Huckleberry before you go to bed. Okay, I'm gonna go grab him and then we can finish packing after. Current essentials, because we have a teething boy. His first fang has already popped through just before 5 months. From paradise. I cannot get over how good this weather is today. I feel like we seriously lucked out. I was looking at the weather forecast earlier this week and it looked like it was going to be raining the entire 2 days that we were here, and I've woken up and it's blue skies, sunshine outside. How good. We were up nice and early with Charlie, so we went and got a bagel this morning, grabbed a coffee, went for a beach walk. It was such a nice way to start the day, and then he ended up falling asleep in his pram, so I just walked for like another hour just listening to a podcast. It was actually really lovely. Just been doing some work this morning, hanging out with CJ. I think my parents are gonna meet up with us for some lunch, and then I have some content to get done like this afternoon / this evening. But otherwise, it's gonna be a pretty pretty chill, and I really need to get a new travel mirror. This is what I use to do my makeup pretty much every day, and that's probably why it looks so shocking. I've also been really bad about taking my makeup off this last week for whatever reason. And I feel like my skin is paying the price. I really need to get my Merit I don't have it with me, like the Merit stick in a lighter shade, because I found myself not really fake tanning as much as I used to. I just don't really have the time, nor do I really care. Like, I'm kind of just embracing my pale skin. But the Merit what is it, complexion stick is my like fake tan color. I woke up today being like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is my life. The fact that I get to do cool stuff like this and stay in cool places, and like, this is my job. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I started this YouTube channel when I was 15 years old, and if you had told me that I would be doing this at almost 30 as a full-time job, I would not have believed you. This is also the time that being a full-time creator was not really a thing, or if it was like for the big dogs. So the fact that I made a career out of this is incredible, and it's all thanks to you guys, truly. Like, if you weren't watching, commenting, liking, engaging with my content, like, this would not be possible. So thank you so much. I'm like so eternally grateful.
The blackcurrant Cosmo, I might have that. Blackcurrant.
What's in that?
Rhapsody Ruby Gin, Contro, Blackcurrant.
Pretty good, eh?
Pretty good, eh?
Hi, Charlie.
They have a lychee gin biscuit.
I did see that.
Not gonna lie, guys, today I've woken up feeling so overwhelmed. You know those days you just wake up with like a pit in your stomach? Anyway, happy Sunday. I said this in my last vlog, but I've really been I need to like catch my breath. I've really been feeling overwhelmed, if I'm honest, like struggling to keep my head above water. I've said this time and time again, my biggest struggle in motherhood is trying to balance everything. Also trying to be kinder to myself and lower my own expectations, because really it's like me. I think for me, like, social media and being self-employed is like one of the best but also the worst things, because I know for a fact whatever I put into this and social media, I get back, which is so satisfying and so motivating until you're at capacity and you are trying to balance it all. You're trying to be a stay-at-home mum and also do this at the same capacity you were before. It's just impossible. Anyway, I've written myself some goals for August, which I have not done in some time. I feel like this will help with that overwhelm that I'm feeling. Just like recenter me, have some gratitude. I feel like we should reflect on July, because July was a crazy hectic month. And then we can, yeah, talk through our goals and then budget. So I need to wrap up July's budget and set a budget for August before we get too ahead of ourselves and get too far into the month. And then I just lose all motivation and like focus. We started off the month in Sydney with Apple. I got invited to one of their creator events, which was so cool. I got to meet one of my favorite Instagram creators, the Organized Everyday Mum. Such a sweetheart. That was like such a highlight. Charlie and Nick came along with me. We were there for like 36 hours. Super quick trip, but the fact that I got to work with Apple and like was invited by Apple, such a huge company that I use every single day. So cool. I was very honored to be invited. We did a little staycation this month, as you guys saw. That was really cool. So many fun work opportunities. I mean, that's probably not helping with this feeling of overwhelm, because a lot of it relates to work. It gets to like Sunday. I have like the Sunday scaries, thinking of everything that I have to get done alongside being a stay-at-home mum and doing this by myself. I think it will get better with time, like as we establish more of a routine with Charlie and hopefully get some kind of help with him, whether that's traditional childcare or having family help out. I feel like having dedicated hours or days to work and like grind it out, and then the rest of the time just being so present and soaking every moment in with him, I think that will just make me feel better. Like, I just feel spread so thin and so burnt out in like every aspect of my life right now. I feel like I can't show up 100% in any aspect of my life right now, and that's not a nice feeling. I don't like that. I want to be a good creator. I want to be good to work with brands. I want to make life easy for my manager. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a really good mum and be present, and yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm nailing anything right now, and I hate that feeling, and it's making me sad. I don't really know what will help other than just like getting through this little period because I know it's just a season. There's ebbs and flows with this work and the workload. Every now and then, you know, I have days, weeks like this where I just feel overwhelmed, and we get through and it's all fine and dandy and it's all incredible things. Like anything that I feel overwhelmed with right now is like an opportunity, and that's what I'm trying to reframe in my mind and like make it more of a positive thing. I feel overwhelmed because I have so much good going on in my life. I am being spread so thin with everything, but I have everything that I could ever dream of right now. And so I think, yeah, reminding myself of that and just even reflecting on this past month and everything that I've done, I have been so lucky. Like I'm just so blessed. Like why do I feel like this? I don't know. And I've done it to myself. It's completely self-inflicted because I've just said yes to too many things. But again, going back to feeling like I should be able to show up in the same way I used to before having a baby, and that's just simply not possible. Like I know that logically, and if it was anyone else, if I was saying this to anyone else, I'd be like, girl, like relax, like you had a baby 5 months ago. You're figuring out the biggest life change of your life and you're also still working. Take a breather. Really, there's just no way. Like it's just physically, mentally, emotionally not possible to work at the same capacity you were before. Why do I think I can? I don't know, guys. I just need to be so much kinder to myself. That actually is my first goal of this month. I wrote down, be kinder to myself. Show the same grace that I would for anyone else in my life. What else have I set? I haven't set any goals for a while, so I didn't want to overdo it. I want to finish planning our Europe trip. We leave next month, which is so exciting. There's a lot more logistics to a trip of this size. Like we haven't gone away for this long before, so like there's a lot more to it. But then also traveling with a baby, it just like adds a whole other layer. Something as simple as like going to the airport, Nick and I would just like hop in an Uber or like order a taxi, but now like we have to factor in a baby and like pre-arranging that for every single departure and arrival. It's just like something you don't really give much thought to. That's just like one aspect of it, one of many aspects of traveling with a child. So it's all good things, but that's probably contributing to that feeling of overwhelm, just knowing I still have those like finer details that I need to iron out. Also this month we are starting our solids journey with Charlie, which is so exciting. I would love to brick out 20 hours a day this month. That gives me 4 solid hours of potential social media time. I don't plan on like sitting there for 4 hours doom scrolling, but yeah, I would like to break out and just be more present in my life. Kind of going hand in hand with that, I've been reading a lot more because I've been spending less time on my phone. That's like my little pocket of me time just before bed. And I'm nearly finished a book, so I'd like to read 2 books, have 2 books finished this month. And then this one I think was a goal that I set for the year last year, but I want to say the compliment out loud. Any nice thought I have, rather than internalizing and just like thinking the nice thought, I want to verbalize. That is so impactful. I know how good I feel when someone says like a nice thing, a compliment. It honestly makes my days, well, my week, sometimes month even. And if anything, like selfishly, it feels good spreading any kind of positivity, especially in this day and age. It's also an opportunity for human connection, and yeah, like why not? More of that energy. Wellness goals, just 10,000 steps a day. This is easy. I've been walking here, there, and bloody everywhere. We're at that like 5 to 6 month age where Charlie is not quite moving, he's not quite ready to crawl, but he wants to. And he gets frustrated. He's getting bored quicker. So I'm finding myself being out of the house like most of the day. So getting in those steps is actually quite easy at the moment. And then getting back into Pilates just 2 times a week. Financial goals, I've already started doing this slowly because a lot of our what is the word I'm looking for? Bills. Like our insurances. Why am I struggling so much with words right now? A lot of our insurances, our council rates, they're all up for renewal. So I've been slowly switching over the direct debits to our credit card. I've put off doing this for ages, purely out of laziness, if I'm honest. We have a separate bills account where all our direct debits come out of, and it's like an old account. I don't even really bank with that bank anymore. It's not even connected to our offset account. Like there's literally no benefit of this bills account. That's just like where the bills have always come out of. So we're finally swapping things over, putting everything on a credit card. Again, I put off doing that for a while because there were credit card fees with some of them. A lot of those are gone now, which is really nice. I think there's like one company that we use that charge like a 1% credit card fee. I'm like, whatever. Also this month we want to do a no spend week. I feel like we've been slowly building up to this throughout the year, coming off the back of, you know, having a newborn and then being freshly postpartum and just spending so frivolously. We found it really hard to get our spending back in check. We used to be able to do a no spend week so easily, really, and that is just not the case right now. So we've been working our way up to it, doing a couple of no spend days here and there, a couple of low spend weeks, and now we're ready to do a no spend week. And then career goals, I have a new short form series that I want to start creating, and then I also want to post daily on one platform. So like today I might upload on YouTube, and then tomorrow it might be Instagram, and then the next day it's TikTok. Just so I'm, you know, being consistent, but in a sustainable way. And then my only house goal this month is to just stay on top of our tidying. A 10-minute tidy every single day I feel like will make a world of difference. I'm the kind of person, I've always been like this, where my environment is a direct reflection of my mind. If my house is a mess, it probably means my mind is a mess, and that's definitely true right now. And it doesn't help, like it makes me feel more overwhelmed and more anxious, especially being a stay-at-home mum and being surrounded by that mess. Like I'm just seeing it all the time. And also with creating content, like I want my space to look nice, you know, there's like a visual element of creating content. So my life would be so much easier if my house was just like a steady, tidy. I want to keep on top of that and take 10 minutes a day between two of us. If Nick and I are both doing it at the same time, like we can smash out a lot of cleaning and tidying in that time. And it's one of those things that starts off with 10 minutes and then suddenly like 15 minutes have passed and you're like, I'll just do one more thing. It's just getting into it. Yeah, those are my goals for August. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get back into goal setting. I feel like I really need this, like some kind of direction, even if it's something that's quite achievable. Good morning, my sweet friends. It is now the next day. I've got makeup free today. I don't know how to feel about it. My skin is kind of breaking out a little bit. I don't think I've been having enough water, and I have definitely not been on top of my skincare routine. Maybe that should have been a goal. Maybe I can add that to like my daily habits. Anyway, it is time to budget. My favorite part. I've got my July budget pulled up here so we can talk through our expenses for the month. This was a really, really good month social media wise. I share my income breakdown on Instagram and TikTok every month just because I think it's interesting. I took a few months break because I was just too postpartum and fragile to deal with any kind of hate comment, but honestly the hype up I get on those videos, like the girls are girling. We love women supporting women, and I just think it's so like this whole industry, content creation, like I am such a small fish in the grand scheme of things. You don't know what is possible until you see it, and I think if I can be that person that is just like transparent, hopefully inspires or motivates someone out there to continue with their content creation journey if that's what they want to do. I don't share these numbers to brag. I've always shared my income when I was on, you know, 50 grand a year. And that's the thing, like if I don't share my numbers transparently, I get comments saying I'm just with my husband for his money. So there's literally no winning. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. It doesn't change. And I mean, obviously it changes my life and has made my life a lot easier. There's no denying that. I hate the notion, more money, more problems. Like no, life is a lot easier when you have money, but I still share in the same way that I had. That's all in the spirit of transparency. And I've had a lot of messages saying it's allowed you to have conversations transparently with your friends or your co-workers and realize that you're actually being underpaid. Like, yes, get your bag, girl. Anyway, I was expecting about 9,000. I always try and lowball it, so then any extra money is just kind of like a nice surprise. And I ended up making 18,286. This is after tax, after any business expenses, super that kind of thing. Nick also made a little bit more, $8,325.62 for whatever reason. He gets paid monthly now, so I don't know if that changes month to month. And then miscellaneous, this is just my parental leave from the government. I was expecting 646 and I got 1,007 because it was a 3 fortnight month. Bills, we were a little bit off this month. They're typically quite similar. The only thing that really changes month to month is electricity. That's billed monthly, so that's $208.09. It's actually even more next month. It's I think in the 300s, which is crazy. It has been so cold here. We've been cranking that heater, let me tell you. And especially with a baby. In previous years, Nick and I would just layer up, rug up and just put up with it, but you kind of can't when you have a child. We got our council rates renewal that goes up next month, so it's an extra $5 a month that we have to set aside for those quarterly bills. Our car insurance was also up for renewal. It's gone up by $25 a month, which is quite a substantial amount. It did automatically renew and has automatically rolled over, but I can't cancel it anytime. I used to work in insurance. I feel like I'm kind of across what to look for, so I'm definitely gonna compare quotes on that one. Pet insurance also went up. I budgeted 30 because we switched over to Leica Mobile, but it was like that awkward in between month where we still owed on our last phone bill, if that makes sense. Anyway, that should be all switched over now, so we're off a little bit this month. That's fine. Subscriptions, why is that so high? My goodness. Oh, our credit card was up for renewal. Ideally, in an ideal world, we would have cancelled it and started a new one and got a new sign up bonus. That's like the best way of doing it in my eyes, but we didn't. July has been and gone, and we've completely forgot to do that. And then I also signed up for the Solid Starts annual subscription as well. Groceries were under because we ate out quite a bit this month. We spent $158 on petrol, $129 on transport, $190 on home. We also went over our budget on Charlie because we were starting our solids prep and I kind of forgot to budget for that. It's one of those things like parenting, you try not to think too far well, at least I do. That's like my coping mechanism, is try not to think ahead too much. Just like take one day at a time, one stage at a time, but then suddenly like, oh, my baby is almost 6 months old and we're about to start solids and I have no idea what I'm doing, so I need to buy all this stuff. Mabel had her surgery this month, so that was $1,768 in total for everything. We saved so much money thanks to our pet insurance. I think we saved like $5,000. So if you've been on the fence about pet insurance, let this be your sign. Eating out, we are finally almost exactly on budget. I've been so resistant to this category and upping the amount in this category because I know we could spend less, but I'm also trying to be kinder to us and recognize that we are in this really hard season. There are some days where we've just had a hard long day and we need to buy out of convenience, get some takeaway, or we want to really soak up and enjoy those weekend brunches. So I'm happy with this. I feel like I feel good about it. It was intentional and we spent within our means. Yeah, feels good. Social, we did go quite a bit over. We ended up going out to celebrate my mum and my sister's boyfriend's birthday, so that pushed us over budget. Gifts, we spent $357, $252 on treating others, quite a bit over on coffee. Again, this is another category I think we need to increase, as much as that pains me to say because we've done such a good job of reducing our coffee spending over the last few years. It is also one of those things that is just like such a sanity saver. I cannot tell you how much I look forward to my daily coffee, or like my semi-daily coffee. It is really what keeps me going. And just being able to get out of the house and like go grab a coffee, there's just something about it postpartum. It really keeps me going. And after I posted last month's reset, I got so many comments being like, you deserve the coffee, just get the coffee, girl. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. So bringing that into August, I think will up that budget. Travel, we spent $8,292.62. That all came from our travel sinking fund. That was bookings for our Europe trip. Shopping, we spent $155, so we're under budget there. Nothing on entertainment, nothing on books. $135 on date night. We went out and watched Toy Story 4. No, 5. Toy Story 5. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my parents watched Charlie. Well, I say watched. He was asleep the entire time. We put him down for the night and they watched him on the monitor while we went and watched Toy Story. It was lovely. And we went out for a little dinner one night. Honestly, I've been really lucky. I think because he's so good at nighttime and has such a consistent nighttime routine, it's made it really easy to do that, and both our parents are so willing to just sit there and watch him, which is so lovely. Nothing on alcohol, $20 on car maintenance, that was just for a nice car wash, we needed it, and $46 on miscellaneous. Then for savings and investments, we invested $495.27 in ETFs. We put money back into our travel fund and then also spent some money, so that's why the numbers are a little askew. We're not quite done booking everything for our trip, and I want to have spending money obviously while we're over there, so I'm keep adding to it as and when I get paid, and then we're also transferring money from our savings when we go to book things. So it's a little, like the numbers are a little askew. Let's see how much we have in there right now. We have $16,694 in our travel savings. I feel good about that because we've, spent a decent amount. We put $150 into our home fund, car expenses fund, $400 into our gift fund for Christmas. Yeah, we did pretty good with savings. Obviously, we spent a lot from savings for all of those travel expenses. And then this month, we put $9,500 extra onto our mortgage. I am so proud of this. Our goal was $4,500, which would have got us to our $30,000 goal, but we were able to put $9,500 on, which I'm so proud of. This is the home loan extra repayment tracker I've been using. I'll have a link down below if you guys are interested. Let's change this to $35,000 and see how much that saved us. $148,419.41. That's how much interest we've saved with our extra mortgage repayments this year. And it's taken 4 years, 2 months, and 20 days off the life of our loan. Is that not incredible? That is so motivating to me. Having a look at the more detailed breakdown, 44.5% of our money went towards debt this month, 48.8% on expenses, obviously nothing in savings because we took so much from savings, 4.8% in bills, and then 1.9% on subscriptions. Considering how much we spent on travel, let's take that away and see what that would do to our numbers. Yeah, see, I feel like I'm really happy with that. We had Mabel's big surgery, a few social things, like I'm really happy with that. And it also means that 61.8% of our money went towards debt. I feel like all that extra income that we weren't expecting went to really good use. So I'm happy with July. I feel like it was a really good month and I budgeted well, kept it realistic. So more of that energy in August. Business income, I'm expecting to hopefully make around 10,000 after tax, and then miscellaneous. This is just my parental leave, which is 646.48. Bills I've already started filling out some of them. So electricity is $339.80 this month. The heater has been cranking and it's well and truly added up. It's probably our most expensive electricity bill I think we've ever had. Yeah, council rates are now 170. Private health is actually gone down, 195.90 instead of 312. It's been a year since we started our policy. When we signed up, there was like a 6-week free bonus, but I think you have to be with the provider for 12 months, I'm pretty sure. And then I always like to budget our fixed expenses, so our mortgage and then any investments or savings we might want to make. We call it like a pay yourself first approach, paying for our future. I like to do it this way because it ensures we actually reach our financial goals and also means any leftover money we can kind of spend guilt-free. We're gonna put it at 0 as the extra payment for now and just see how much we have left to work with, because we have already hit that goal and I was planning on taking a couple months off as just like a little bit of a breather and maybe putting that money towards investments. I don't know. We'll see how much we have left over. Emergency fund, gonna budget 0. ETFs Our like baseline is 500 a month. Travel, I think we'll just be pulling money from our travel funds. We'll leave that at 0. Home fund 150, car expenses 150, pet 150, gifts 400, and then 0 for the rest. Cool. So that leaves us with $12,836.19 left over, so plenty to work with. Groceries, we budget $800 a month, although I might increase that because we are doing a no spend week, which means we'll be spending less on eating out. So let's say $850. $150 for petrol, go $120 for transport. How much did we spend last month? Transport $129. Let's go $140. Go $50 for home. Budget $200 for Charlie. I always think there's nothing else left that we need and then there's something, so we may as well over budget and then hopefully stick to it. Health, I think Nick has a dentist appointment this month, so we'll say $300 for that. Pets will go $150, cleaners $300, eating out, we budgeted $600 last month and we were able to stick to that. We are doing a no spend week, so hopefully that should bring it down to maybe $500. The thing is, with a no spend week, you don't want the rest of the weeks to be a big blowout because you've like held off from spending so much money. I think that's a trap that some people can fall into. We want that no spend week to offset when it's going to be a really expensive month for us. We have a lot of travel coming up. My push present, we have the rest of that payment for, which is so exciting, and like a lot of other really big expenses in August. So I want that no spend week to offset the rest of the spending. But in order for it to be effective, we don't want to then just completely blow out in the following week after the no spend week. So eating out, will budget $500. Social will go $200, or maybe, yeah, $250. Gifts, August, we have Nick's brother's birthday. I know we have a baby shower. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. So we'll go $150 for gifts. Treating others, I'm going to budget $150. Coffee, again, I would like to lower that, especially if we are doing this no spend week. We spent $249, let's say $200. Travel, I'm sure, is going to be a big expense, but that will all come from our travel sinking fund. When I record those transactions, I'll just do a minus, so say $500. That'll come from our travel fund, and then I will track what that $500 is spent on. Travel, say tickets to Disney. And then that will be reflected there, if you can see. $500 spent on travel, and then $500 taken from that travel fund. I hope that makes sense. So it really doesn't matter. That money's coming from savings. Right now I'm just budgeting our income that's coming in this month. Shopping, I think, will be a higher spend category just with all the Europe prep. So I'm going to say conservatively probably $500. Entertainment, maybe $50. Books, I'm back in my reading era. I have been borrowing books from the library though. Life hack. Revolutionary. No, I've been going to the library a lot more just with like Charlie. My local library doesn't have the best selection, but I know another local library that's not that much further has a better selection, so I want to go to that one. But I might download something on my Kindle before we go, so we'll say 20. 50 for hobbies. Date night, I would love to squeeze in like a date night, date day, so we'll say 75. I don't think we'll spend any money on alcohol, and then miscellaneous will go 50. Cool, so that's $4,135 for our variable expenses. How much do we have left over? $8,701. Is there anything that we can change here? Oh, you know what? Miscellaneous, we're actually going to make this $4,550. That is the remainder of the payment on my push present, which is a nice ring upgrade. I talked about this maybe in my last reset. I've definitely talked about it in a vlog or many vlogs because I feel the need to justify my spending. Definitely not normal spending, but like, I mean, we've got to reflect it, don't we? I'm so excited to pick it up. Okay, so yes, that makes more sense. 4,200 left. You know what? I think I might just do this as an extra payment. We'll go 4,000. Actually, we'll split it up. We'll go 2,000 on the mortgage and then 2,000 back into the travel fund. Just with the exchange rate, it's not pretty. The Australian dollar quite literally halves when you convert it to British pounds or euros. So I would like to have, you know, a little bit to play with. I've been keeping a close eye on the conversion rate. I use Wise for all my travel money, if anyone's wondering. I just find it so easy to use, and the app will send an alert when the exchange rate changes. So I've been keeping a close eye, and I've cashed out and like converted when it was at its highest, which is always nice. I mean, it's always by like such a small amount, but when you're converting so much, like such huge amounts, it adds up. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I feel like there is something that I'm missing. I think it was just the ring though. I think that was the big boy for the month. I think that's everything. Okay, Well, that was easy. That took me like not even 10 minutes, and that's as simple as it is. Obviously, the first time you budget, you're starting from scratch, so you have no idea what your numbers are. You have no idea how to work the spreadsheet. Like, there's a lot of growing pains. I feel like it took me a good probably 12 months of using the spreadsheet consistently to kind of understand my finances and to understand how to use it, what worked best for our account setup. But now it's so easy. It's just it's as simple as income, expenses, what we have left over, savings, investments. Pretty simple. Anyway, I'm gonna end off this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for restaying with me. I hope you all have a wonderful August. This is about to be the most insane month in so many different ways. I can't wait to bring you guys along. The vlogs are gonna be actually epic. The next few months are gonna be insane. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me and my social media journey. Like, this would not be possible without you guys. And even more importantly, this community means so much. I feel so much love. The wisdom, the advice, the support that I receive day in and day out does not go unnoticed. So thank you for being here. I love you, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys. Mwah.